Hi, Andrew Cooper here, Advice for Living Financial Planning. I'm a little later this month than normal because I've been waiting to see what some of the effects might have been from the finishing of the JobKeeper scheme. And at this stage, probably a little bit difficult to say. So anyway, I have some comments to offer on that in a minute. I'll try and keep this one fairly short. I've got 4 things to talk about today. The first one I want to talk, probably the most important, is that we've had some calls from some people about some new types of computer scams. I normally try and talk about these whenever we see them. And the latest one we had where a person was working on their computer and a horrible noise, there was this screaming noise came on their computer, and then at the same time there was a message coming on saying we can fix this for you and this is what it's going to cost. And the person was basically panicked into providing, well, fortunately it was stopped, but basically in paying these people $5,000. They sensed that it was wrong all the way through, but still they felt pressured and went through with it. So I don't know if anyone else has had that issue, but again, just a warning about scams. There are so many out there. And I suppose the message is twofold. Effectively, anything to do with us, right? And where you're invested, no one will ask for your bank account details or your account numbers or for you to log in again or any of that sort of stuff. So if you get anything like that, please disregard it. Likewise, if you get this screaming noise on your computer, then you can do 2 things. One is on the computer box, you can push the on-off button and hold it, and your machine will turn itself off in about 10 or 15 seconds. Alternately, just go to the wall and flick it off, and that will stop it. And then get one of these computer type people to come and clean it for you. Don't give anybody money. That really, I cannot emphasise that enough. Second issue is to do with Centrelink. Now, we act for a number of you as a Centrelink nominee, and one of the things I just wanted to make clear that maybe I haven't made clear to everybody is that by being your Centrelink nominee, we have a legal requirement to keep Centrelink updated on your situation. So obviously we can't know that unless you let us know. So if you do have a change in situation, if your bank accounts vary by more than, say, like a few $1,000s, please let us know. If you buy something new, please let us know. If you buy a new car or sell a car or a caravan or a boat, please let us know and we will update Centrelink on your behalf because we do have that legal requirement. Okay. Third thing is to do with insurances. Just a reminder, and I mentioned this last month, that the government is changing. The government stepped into personal insurances, so particularly income protection, and are making changes to that, which means that policies will not be as good. So we've got till October. So if you or someone you know needs income protection, don't necessarily have to come to me, but just be aware that that will be changing in the next couple of months. Last thing to say is about markets. Very confusing time at the moment. Markets are pushing, financial markets around the world are pushing very hard. The Australian share market has reached a new record. US share market has been pushing very, very hard. All of the advice we're getting from our back office people and a number of the economists we talk with is that they're expecting a market correction. Maybe not huge, but a market correction. So what is happening is the market is really in 2 spots. There are the companies that make things and make profits and pay dividends. They are doing quite okay, and their prices are gradually rising. But the more expensive, the share market darlings, the sort of the Ubers and Netflix and Facebooks and stuff, which most of them pay no dividends and don't even make profits, have been at enormous levels. They are starting to come back. So the issue is going to be, where do they meet? Is there going to be a big correction for these big ones to come down, or are the value stocks going to come up and meet them? So at the moment, honestly, we don't know. All I would say is it's probably not a great time to be buying in, I don't think, because I get the sense that the market, I don't know if it's topped, but it's very expensive. And so it's probably not a great time to be buying. But if you are already invested in the market, then I certainly wouldn't be recommending selling at this. I mean, if you're taking profits, different story. But if you're in for the long run, then stick with what you're doing. So. As I say, it's difficult to know what is going to happen. There are a million theories out there. The indications are that quite possibly this year will be quite good, but next year might be not so flash. So it's just really difficult to know. For those that are invested, all I'm saying is stick with where you are. And at the moment, as I say, I probably wouldn't be busting to make new share investments, because I think for the most part, if you're buying right across the market, then for the most part, markets are pretty fully priced and could easily come back. So anyway, that's more than enough from me. If any questions, do please give us a call. If I can if you want to pass this on to anyone, as I say, or if you've got any questions, then please feel free. Anyway, all the very best, and I'll be in touch next month.